we're back. So this is part 2 of the case for DAG. It's a directed acyclic graph built to pipeline big data. I'm taking a quick look at the site as we go here. The vision of the hypergraph is to build a pipeline to transact big data securely and verify and validate it. So timestamping it, showing that there's proof that it hasn't been tampered with, and if there has been made a connection, you can see it on the blockchain. Not only this, but they have built a way to build with a complex data set on a directed acyclic graph, which is scalable to the needs of the network. So it has an infinite amount of throughput, and the nodes can scale with this. It's a proof of repeatable observation. So the nodes don't stake and they don't mine. They look at the transactions and they validate it as such. This makes the network immune to 51% attacks or such, which are a big problem with conventional blockchains, and especially with the ones without a lot of users. So the directed acyclic graph, what it makes it different from a blockchain is that blocks are interconnected. This means that there can be more blocks created to a point that the network wants it to. So it won't clog up and you won't pay extreme gas fees. This even just for us as a consumer, as a little transaction between wallets, they don't even ask a fee because the network doesn't care. They just spit it out. It's like a big pipeline. It's not a straw. So what the vision is that the hypergraph is going to be able to work as a layer 0. So it'll be built in underneath a lot of implementations and a lot of consumer products, as to speak, because as we as humanity progress, there's an increasing amount of data exponentially, and this all needs to be securely transacted and stored. But at the moment, we can't add up to the amount of data we are creating. So we have decentralized ways of companies that have financial incentives, and of course they have to do the best they can, so they will and they can't store the data correctly. So we have a lot of leaks, a lot of bullshit going on there, and we cannot access the data when we need to. So it's insecure, it's not scalable, it's currently a bullshit plan, and data validation is really in its early days still. But as we progress as a species, we're going to have a bigger need for a scalable way to transact data and to transact value with each other. And what we have seen with blockchain is that this decentralized way of financing with Bitcoin, as we are currently speaking, there's a lot of stimulus going on in the world. So as we look at the world of today, we're going to need a lot more of decentralized ways to finance things, to run data transaction, to run the critical stuff that puts users to risk, and we can't have that slinging all around. So that's where the hypergraph comes in.